it looks like Trump has confessed in an interview last night with Laura Ingraham that he thinks Americans are too stupid to do the jobs that are required to, I guess, rebuild America or make it great again. You know, take it how you will. But he effectively said we need to bring in immigrants from different countries. I think he made a claim around 600,000 Chinese need to be brought in on H-1B visas. It's absolutely insane. Because this guy was supposed to have been the anti-immigration president. He was supposed to be the one, deporting all these immigrants. But it turns out, I think they only deported effectively like 75-ish thousand of them. And according to their estimates, on the low end, 12 million came in during the Biden years. So if 12 million came in and you've only removed 75,000, it's a far cry from being able to effectively make any kind of change. This goes along with all the other promises that he's made that have been basically not delivered. I wouldn't, deporting 75,000 immigrants out of 12 million is not a delivered promise. That's just bullshit that they tell you or do to make you feel like, yay, we got what we wanted, right? But yeah, 75,000 is a sad number in the grand scheme of things. Now he's going back on even that and going, we need to bring in 600,000 more on H-1B visas. You want a good job? Too bad. You can't have one because you're too dumb. We're going to have to bring in the Chinese to do these jobs. Oh, the economy? It's doing great. Based on all the metrics that I can see here, it's doing excellent. Well, I got to tell you, everything I've seen says otherwise. All of the Americans out there who aren't in the top 10% of the population are complaining. The prices are through the roof. The gas prices may have come down like a smidge, but overall, the food is through the roof. Restaurants are closing down. Franchises are closing down all over the place. The economy is not doing well. All right. So what promise has he delivered? Oh, tax cuts. And then when you look at what the tax cuts are, no tax on tips. Oh, gee, that's nice. Who cares? Who cares? Servers? No tax on tips? They pretty much, most of that stuff was cash anyway. And even if it wasn't, how much money are they making in tips for this to have some kind of a huge impact on America? Making tax cuts for the middle class. The other cuts were no tax on Social Security. That's great. That's not bad for old people. But your everyday American that goes to work, trudges their way through and tries to make enough money to actually elevate their status, nothing, absolutely zero has been done for them. As a matter of fact, now those people aren't even going to be able to get better jobs because we're going to be importing, immigrants to do these kind of jobs. Let's go ahead and jump into this video and watch it. But I'm going to tell you, it's extremely frustrating. And I think Trump is done. He's done. MAGA's done with Trump. And it's hilarious to me that he was the one out here trying to purity test other people, saying that they're not MAGA, whatever. You're not MAGA. Trump, you're not MAGA. All right, this is coming from a once supporter of Trump, okay? I used to support Trump. I used to push him all the time. But this is it. This is the last straw. He is nothing that he claimed he was. This guy is a lying piece of crap. And let's go ahead, let's just jump in and watch this, all right?
We are doing phenomenally well. This is the greatest economy we've ever had. Their talking points, oh, costs are high, costs are high. By the way, the only thing is beef. Beef
coffee
is a little high because the ranchers are doing great. Coffee, we're going to lower some tariffs. We're going to have some coffee come in. We're going to take care of all this stuff very quickly, very easily. It's surgical. It's beautiful to watch. But our costs are way lower. Now, Walmart came out with a statement that they do every year for many, many decades. And they said that a Thanksgiving meal costs 25% less this Thanksgiving, coming up, think of that, than it did last Thanksgiving under Sleepy Joe Biden. That's a 25% reduction.
Who cares? Who cares about a Thanksgiving dinner, bro? We're trying to make our lives throughout the day on a daily basis be livable. We want to not only just survive through the day, but we want to actually elevate our status to a higher one. And we want a pathway to do that. Your Thanksgiving dinner being cheaper means absolutely fuck all.
I think that's right. And if you remember, when I first came in, the first 2 days I had a news conference, eggs, they were hitting me with eggs. Eggs had quadrupled in price. And they're screaming at me. I just got here. I didn't know about eggs. And Brooke Rollins, our agricultural commissioner, secretary, did a great job. And now eggs are what they were. We got eggs down. We get it all down. But our prices are much lower. Their line is prices, affordability. That's the new word, affordability. It's much less expensive under Trump. And I haven't been here long. 9 months is not a long time. But look at what I've done to energy. Look at the price of gasoline going from $4.50 to $2.50 or $2.70. It's going to be $2.
No, it's not $2.50. It's around $3. So yeah, the gas prices have come down a decent amount, but that's about it. That's all I'm seeing right now. Outside of that, everything else is unattainable at this point. 50-year mortgages, by the way. Yeah. So if you guys didn't know this, that's a new thing that they're offering now. You can get a 50-year mortgage, and hopefully by the time you're dead, you'd have paid off your mortgage. Maybe. I mean, considering the life expectancy has been dropping like a stone, I don't know. I don't know if people are going to be able to pay off their mortgages by the time they're dead. And you know what? That works out for them. At the end of the day, it works out excellent for them because guess what? There's going to be a lot of people who will end up with these mortgages, like inheriting these mortgages because their parents won't be able to pay them off by the time they die. And their kids are probably going to be doing worse than them because that's what we're seeing. The trend is continually getting worse. They're not going to be able to pay it off. A foreclosure will happen. These homes will get taken away. It's, wham, bam, thank you, man. It works for everybody involved except for you. But, this is the economy doing great. Everything is doing excellent. Just take a look at the stock market. Take a look at consumer sentiment. How do they feel?
Gasoline.
People want affordable.
Well, the economy is my thing, and we have the greatest economy in history.
Are Republicans not selling it enough?
Yes, the Republicans don't talk about it.
That's the thing. Look at Laura Ingraham keeps trying to save this moron from saying the wrong shit. And we just came out of a 4-year presidency where everyone just gaslit the public and people are hyper aware of what is going on right now. And aren't, they're just not taking the bait. They're not taking the bullshit anymore. They know what's going on. And you're standing here saying, we're living in the greatest economy of all time ever. No, we are not. And the sentiment is pretty clear about that. And Laura Ingraham knows that too. Fox has reported in the past about how the economy isn't doing good, how the public sentiment is actually pretty down. The morale is down. It isn't great. And she has to sit here and listen to this fucking moron say, yeah, we're living in the greatest economy of all time. He's making the same exact mistakes as Joe Biden, and she keeps trying to guide him away from saying stupid shit like that, but it's not happening. He's going to keep going.
So they need to do a better job on Capitol Hill.
The Democrats give false talk, and the Republicans, and I say it all the time, Republicans have to talk about the fact that prices are down. The Walmart thing is very important. When Walmart says a Thanksgiving meal costs 25% less under Trump than under Biden, to me, that's better than.
So Republicans need to spend more time talking about how great the country is and less time complaining about the Democrats? We
have potentially the greatest economy in the history of our country. We have, again, Biden did in just a short period of time. Biden couldn't raise anything. No investment. I think investment went out of our country. I'm now at almost $18 trillion in 9 months. That's the biggest in the history of the world.
Yeah. We got $18 trillion in 9 months, but guess what? We're going to invest that in infrastructure, which you're too dumb to work at. We're going to bring in immigrants from other countries to work in these huge factories that the investment money is going to build. It's not for you. It's for the immigrants. So all the Americans out there, all the MAGA, non-MAGA, it doesn't matter. You guys are shit out of luck.
China's never done it, never done anywhere near that. And all that money is coming in. It's investment. It's building auto plants. It's building AI plants. By the way, we're leading China by a lot on AI. We have potentially the greatest, already it is. But we have, when these things open up, There's never going to be a country like what we have right now.
And does that
the
mean
Republicans have to talk about it, Laura.
And does that mean the H-1B visa thing will not be a big priority for your administration? Because if you want to raise wages for American workers, you can't flood the country with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of foreign workers.
You also do have to bring in talent. When
we have plenty of talented people
here.
No,
you don't. No, you don't.
Oh, there it is. There it is. No, you don't. Laura Ingraham, again, tries to save this moron. We have plenty of talented people here. No, you don't. No, you don't. Basically, you're a bunch of morons. You don't have any talent here. We're going to have to bring them from outside. Let's rewatch that. Because this right here, I think this is going to be going down in history as the moment Trump basically just destroyed his entire base. It was already with Epstein and everything. It was already on a precarious position. Now, it's over. I think this was the line that just ended him.
Also do have to bring in talent. When
we have plenty of talented people here.
No, you don't.
We don't have talented people here?
No, you don't have certain talents, and people have to learn. You can't take people off an unemployment line and say, I'm going to put you into a factory where we're going to make missiles, or I'm going to put you.
How did we ever do it before?
Well, I'll give you an example. In Georgia, they raided.
So he sidesteps that because you have to train people and then put them in the factories. It's that simple. That's how you elevate your country, your people, by training them and putting them into these positions. But no, he sidesteps that, and now he's going to be going off into a whole nother tangent.
They wanted illegal immigrants out. They had people from South Korea that made batteries all their lives. Making batteries are very complicated. It's not an easy thing. It's very dangerous. A lot of explosions, a lot of problems.
Oh, no.
They had like 500 or 600 people, early stages, to make batteries and to teach people how to do it. Well, they wanted them to get out of the country. You're going to need that, Laura. I mean, I know you and I disagree on this. You can't just say a country's coming in, going to invest $10 billion to build a plant, and going to take people off an unemployment line who haven't worked in 5 years, and they're going to start making.
Okay, so for everyone out there who had hope that, Trump was going to make jobs for you guys, he was going to make it better, you're going to be able to get back in there, have dignity, all these promises that he gave. Well, you can pretty much cut your hopes, and that's it. He basically just said it right there. There's nothing else that needs to be said. You're too dumb. And I'm not willing to train you or create programs that are going to train you to be able to, put like layers of plastic and material on top of each other because, making batteries is so complicated. We're going to have to bring in people from the outside. You're not the one that's going to do this. So all of the nonsense that we heard, the promises and everything from Trump, this guy has probably been one of the most disappointing presidents in my lifetime. And, I know that in the beginning when this guy was given promises of, making everything better and yada, yada, we all came into this with a lot of hope. We saw a vision of America that once was, and we thought he was going to, restart the engine of America, if you will. Well, it looks like he might be doing that, maybe, but it ain't going to benefit you in any way. All right? You guys are going to be, we're all in this country are just basically going to get screwed. So this is for, they're going to bring in their slave labor from the outside who are going to work for cheap. And we're all just going to sit by and watch it go down.